First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Chicago Bears. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And, right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play one there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They still need 6 yards here on 3rd down after the penalty. They'll run it now out of the guns. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Watch him now, Barney!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
And they'll run it here. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Joey Bosa with the tackle for loss. How about that pedigree in his family?
Yeah, some good pedigree. Tell us about it, Mr. Davis.
Dad played in the NFL, 1st-round draft pick. Uncle was a 1st-round draft pick. He's got a brother coming behind him. But Joey Bosa, guy plays really, really hard and plays all aspects on defense.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. And they'll go with the ground attack here. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
No. Check. Patriot.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he'll have the... First down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have... Two remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He's to the 10, and he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one good for 14 yards, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch it now, Barney.
They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Morrow. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
From the gun, Morrow. And a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Operating from the gun. Morrow. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Morrow. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Fights him off, and he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on 2nd down, Morrow. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free. And brings up third down. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Watch it now, Barney.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Now they'll run it on the toss. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to maneuver. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 73 yards. So close. Couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down to the 1. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave to your replacement. Go back to the bench. No way. I'm not coming out of...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Detroit! Watch it now, Barney!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Morrow going for the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the penalty makes this a much more manageable third down, 3rd and 2.
Gone! Detroit! Hot!
From the gun, Morrow. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And that one results in 35 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. To throw on 3rd down. Morrow. Now they go screen. It's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive.
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're running right through it. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Hot!
They'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. The Redskins send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out first and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be first and 5.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Well, they didn't really have to earn that first down, did they?
Well, they're not having to earn much, are they? Back-to-back penalties. First was first and 5, and now they give them a first down.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's first and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So that one will be accepted. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's first and 5.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A final shot before break. Morrow. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Over, over. Over, over. Hot. Hot.
A final shot before break. Morrow is going to let this one go deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
And Gonzalez puts this one through. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Redskins who have the lead here. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
No. Check. Patriot.
Throwing on first down. Morrow. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important, too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Morrow. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there? Yeah, maybe that extra, that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun, Morrow. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Looking to throw. Morrow. Forced out to his left. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw again. Morrow. Over the middle, complete. That's Schmidt. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
So the hard count gets them there. Neutral zone infraction.
Yeah, the defense thought they had the timing down, but the quarterback hit them with a hard count. Got them to jump.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now they'll run on the draw. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Tough 1st half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And they'll go on the ground. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Set! Green 39!
They'll run it. Here's Lynch. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Give him a gain of 4. Able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. They'll run with Lynch. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
No. Check. Patriot.
Operating from the gun. Morrow. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Watching that, Barney. Gun.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Fired quickly here, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Play action fake. They'll look to throw. Now he's going to throw deep right side. He's got it at the 15. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Lucky 56.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He sets to fire deep. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Morrow. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Hot!
Operating from the gun, Morrow. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
Gun! 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 Hot! Hot!
From the gun, Morrow. And incomplete on the deep ball.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And shutting him off, now open field. A big seam, and he might go all the way. He's at the 50. And all the way to the opposite 49-yard line.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. A gain of a yard gets him back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Hot! Hot!
And the blitz does come. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bears take over. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Over!
On 1st and 10, Morrow. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
To throw on 2nd down. Morrow. Space to maneuver at the 40. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, Morrow got his man complete over the middle. It's Schmidt. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way, work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover it? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. A huge play there for Washington. 56 yards. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. Extra point, a bit of an adventure, but it does make it through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And he's all the way in for the touchdown. No flags. And in the final stages of this game, they're an extra point away from tying us up. So getting the big touchdown they needed late in the 4th. Now what do? You conservative and just tie it up?
No, I think you put your practice into game situation. Go as fast as possible. You already have your play call ready to go. Go for 2 and decide it right now.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The Redskins on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw here. Throwing right, and that's complete. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. 23 yards on the play. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And a movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll rifle this one deep right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on first down. Morrow. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. Who's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
No. Check. Patriot. Watch him now, Barney. Now let's go. Blue 90.
Back to throw. Morrow. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Here's Oliver. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that run.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7.
Detroit! Gone!
Now back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Back to throw here. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down. And they'll go on the ground. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone, all right? You don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Brandon, that's a huge completion there. That puts them in field goal range, but let's face it. They don't want 3 here. They want 6. With these overtime rules, a touchdown finishes it off.
Yeah, looking to win it right away. Good to know, though, that they have 3 in their back pocket if they need it. And they'll run it here. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And his kick is good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. Now, remember, this one is not over. But with the time running short here in this overtime, that could very well be the game winner.
Yeah, remember now, the other team does get a possession. But when the clock runs out, that's it. So that was a well-calculated drive to use up the majority of the clock and leave your opponent with little to no time left.
Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. So a little chunk there on 1st as they try to chip away down 3 in overtime.
I like your description. Chip away, down 3. You don't have to get it all in one big play, although obviously that would be nice. But there's no need to have that type of risk associated with it. Run your offense, get 1st downs, get yourself in a position where you know you're going to at least get 3 and keep this game going. If you get 6, so much the better.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
All right, now, look at 56.
Operating from the gun. Morrow. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Schmidt. And with just 2 seconds remaining, the timeout is called here in OT. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st and 10, Morrow going up top. And this will be incomplete.